Are we on? Good morning, everyone. It's 12 o'clock. Rise and shine. My circle. How are you guys doing? Welcome. Monday. Let's get pumped for Monday. What's that trend on I think it's on Insta? More passion, more energy, more footwork. You guys know that one? It's just like a really annoying song. But I like it. Anyways, hi, welcome. We generally give everybody about a minute to join, whoever wants to join. We had quite a few people join us last week for the challenge and for the Facebook group. So if I see any new names, I'm just gonna explain, take maybe 3 minutes to go through our structure here, and then we can get right in the material. Ruta, welcome. You're always on, Queen. I gotta give it to you. I always see your name. Welcome. All right, so the 60-day challenge, okay, which is available in my bio. Everybody who's doing it, okay, and it's been out since May, so I can speak to this. Everybody has had results. Everybody. Okay, and if you want to do it with us, I just want a few things. If when you get it, the file doesn't download or it's not editable, which I was surprised to hear from somebody it wasn't, just email me and I will send it to you. Email me with the proof of purchase and I will send it to you. Okay, and then for the 60-day that you're doing the challenge, please decide to just focus on this content and our group. Be part of the Facebook group for the 2 months that you're doing the challenge. Please, it's important because in the Facebook group, we put success stories, we put announcements, we have a private Facebook Live. We basically just concentrate on the group. We don't put BS materials like songs, recommendations, business elements such as like people promoting themselves, none of that, right? So it's strictly about the 60-day challenge. Please decide to be part of it if you're doing the challenge for the 2 months that you're doing the challenge. And please, the idea of this group is as follows, okay? The symbol is the circle and the infinity, and a lot of the queens you see on this chat do have the circle and the infinity, because what does this mean? We're standing in a group. We're not doing this on our own. We're standing in a circle. And the infinity stands for the infinite power that we can channel within this circle. Now, when you come to this group, do not come into it with the idea of this group, what can it do for me? What energy can I ride on that it can do this for me? Yes, you will ride on the group energy, but approach it. If you want immediate results, approach it asking, how can I contribute to the group? How can I contribute, right? My whole work is centered around what can you do for others, right? That's what my life is centered around. How can I be of value to others, right? In my personal life and in my professional life, in my 3D business, in this business, in my personal life. What can I do to others? What can I contribute such that my value to them is increased? This is how you create abundance. So when you come to our space, because our group does have power, ask yourself when you join, what is it that I can contribute to this group? I want to contribute 3 success stories this month to inspire people. I want to contribute energy. I want to go in a meditation where I affirm for the group, where I give to the group. And then, writing on the group energy is going to feel natural because you gave to the group. It's all details are in my bio. The group's name is Circle Infinity. It's a subscription-based group. Subscribe, please, if you're doing the 60-day challenge. Let's see if I missed anything. Usually I kind of talk, but if you guys, I have several topics. I make notes for these lives because these lives are educational, but if you guys have questions about what it is I'm talking about, I also take questions, so feel free to put it there. Every week we have a challenge. This week was a golden pen, and I didn't get too many success stories. Maybe I got like 10. It doesn't really matter because timing doesn't matter. A lot of the success stories come after. Like, for example, I had a manifestation of flamingos, and I got flamingos for months and months, success stories, right? It doesn't necessarily come within the time frame of that we specifically give. This week's manifestation for the group is our group number, okay? Because we had many people join our group, new people. I want you guys to get in tune with the group energy, okay? This group has power. The group number, which is also my 3-digit code, is 468. Okay, I want you guys between now and next Monday to see the number 468 to align your energy with the group energy, or preferably the infinity symbol. Now, these numbers you have to see in your 3D life. Okay, life, in your 3D life. You can't see it on TikTok scrolling, okay? It has to be somewhere in, when you look around yourself in this world, the numbers 468 or the infinity symbol, not a picture of it. Okay, you have to see it in real life. That is this week's manifestation challenge. And it's also, when you see it, you will know you have integrated into the energy of the group. Please remember, the approach to the group is what can you contribute. Now I have a testimonial that somebody made this morning. She said, woke up to a win this morning. I started my business back in May of this year, and I have been doing outreach consistently, not seeing too many results. Few clients here and there, small deals. Anytime I received an inbound request, it was either scams or they were looking for somebody to work for free. I was starting to give up because it felt like so much time and work on my end for very little return. Today is day 6 of the challenge, and I woke up to my first paid inbound request. Someone hired me without me even lifting a finger. No outreach, no cold calls, no emails. They just saw my portfolio and hired me at my full rate using a secure platform, so I know it's legit. I can't believe it's only day 6 and I'm already seeing such a huge difference in 3D. Thank you, Mona, and thank you, the collective. Guys, this will be normal, and it's normal for our group. If you are stuck in a specific challenging situation, okay, and you decide to do this challenge with me, okay, please do not flip-flop through other methods while you're doing this. You have to be committed to our group, again, from the spirit of giving to the group, and this results will automatically follow. You don't have to like affirm for them 100 affirmations a day. You don't have to, they will just materialize. I'm holding space for you to unfold, for everybody to contribute, and for us to grow in power together. Do you understand the difference versus robotically making spells that never last, whispering in people's ears to love you? All of that stuff is nonsense, in my opinion. It works sometimes, and I explain how it works, but but it's not lasting results. So I don't recommend you do it that way. My Facebook group is available for subscription in my bio. Please do the 60-day challenge if you're going to be part of the group. It's called Circle Infinity. Let's see what else. So I had the testimonial. What else I wanted to talk about today? Okay, I wanted to talk about energetic disruptors, okay, which happen in our lives. They're also called triggers. They're called irritants, they're called bad news, they're called unpleasant situations, they're basically energetic disruptors. Now, when you're on your path to achieving something great in your life, to try to change your energy, every single energetic disruptor in 3D will be against that. And I explained many times why this happens. These are called tests, but they're not really tests by some evil entity to see if you will pass. They're trying to challenge you. It's not that. It's this energetic system is trying to maintain its status quo. The easiest way for the energy system to unfold is based on instructions from yesterday. It does not want to help you change or grow. It doesn't, because that would mean exerting energy on its part. So on one hand, it has no choice but to take your instructions and execute. But before it does that, it will present to you certain challenges, which I call tests, that you must pass, okay? If you get caught up in this energetic disruptors, your path will be slowed down significantly, right? In the end, it still has to give you what you want. But if you're distracted by an energy disruptor day after day, then what happens? You don't have the focus and the energy to focus on your own goal. And a lot of people are dealing with this, right? So here's the second part of the challenge for this week. I'm going to put all this on the Facebook, okay? So the number 468, the infinity symbol, or the infinity symbol. And in action, I want you to manifest an abnormal reaction on your part to an energetic disruptor. Something comes up in all of our weeks that's annoying, irritating, frustrating. It's something we don't want. Maybe it's bad news. Maybe it's not a big deal. It's just somebody irritating you. You're going to offer a different vibration and a different response than what you're used to, right? Whether it's your mom criticizing you, whether it's 3D party that you're observing of your SP, your boss, your children, you're going to offer a different response. And I'm going to do a pin on this in the Facebook group, and you're going to comment. I'm going to hold you accountable how you reacted abnormally, as in not in your usual way. If you're used to like screaming and, you know, being like, how dare you treat me this way? Or if you're used to getting really sad when you're not acknowledged at work, you're going to do something different. And this something different will be an enforcer into the formless substance that you have requested something different in your life. Okay, you requested that your destiny doesn't unfold based on this momentum that it's picked up with your life being whatever it is now, that you know it could be better. So I want you to have a specific instance where you wake up from your state of automatic programming, automatic reaction, and be like, oh, this is that thing that Mona said on Monday's live. I am going to offer a different vibration and a different reaction to this particular situation. Okay, it will be on the Facebook group. Please put in your mind right now. The first thing that comes that's going to be an irritant, you're going to offer a different vibration. Okay? So I read this somewhere and I can't remember where, but they said every time we are provoked to react a certain way, our mind gets zombified. And I really like this term, right? Because it goes back to running off a program. It's almost like you don't think, you just react, right? Like a zombie, you're zombified. So when you find yourself zombified this week, remember, new reaction. This live is about mindset and manifestation, how to set your mind to have permanent results in your life. Just in case you're joining us right now, my lives are always at the same time, guys. Mondays 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, Thursdays 7 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. I also have a private live for my Facebook group where we go in depth with more personal questions and situations. What happened? We had one this Saturday, and what happened, I think somehow the system froze. I don't know if it froze or if it's simply, if you were there, let me know, right? But basically halfway through, all I got was like likes and thumbs up. So I thought it was working, but then I wouldn't get any questions, which is like defeats the purpose of this live. So I'm like talking to my people. I'm like, guys, if you don't have any questions, you know, I can think of other stuff to do on a Saturday and blah, blah, blah. And I ended the live early. And I was like shocked. Nobody would comment anything. And I should have known that something was wrong. But then I closed the live and it said, you have 132 comments on this. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't see any. And I'm like, nobody wants to talk to me today. You see how easily we can make assumptions, right, about what is happening. When something is happening that's not to your liking, please ask yourself, what else could this be? Other than what I'm assuming it to be, what else could this mean? Okay, I'm assuming, okay, I'm trying to engage them. Nobody wants to engage. Nobody wants to put a comment. What else could this be? Maybe the comments are not being shown. But you see how easy, even like I consider myself a very aware person, right? And yet still that paradigm runs in the background. It's like, oh, okay, they don't want to talk to me. They don't want to, what's going on? So please understand, a lot of the stuff that you let irritate you and deter you from the path and deter you from this work, thank you, are just made up in your mind. Probably people don't even have a bad intention. You're just attributing a bad intention to them because of the limiting beliefs and things you think about yourself. Yes, changing your reaction. offer an abnormal response to a situation, a response that you are not used to offering in that situation. You know, this is especially important if you have an irritating person in your life you can get rid of, you know, your husband, your mother, your boss. If you have somebody like that and you always, like, you know what's going to happen when you get into an argument, into a criticism, you know what he's going to say, what you're going to say, and you're just going to say the opposite, or you're just going to ignore it, which is an abnormal response. And see what happens. Document this, first of all. Pat yourself on the back for being able to offer an abnormal response. And just see the situation as detached, just being like, wow, I've done well here. You know, I've done well just by reacting differently. Who is this person who was reacting differently? It was my will. My will is ruling the paradigm right now. So with enough times where my will rule the paradigm, my paradigm will get smaller and my will be more and more in charge, and my will brings me whatever I want. My channel is very useful. Thank you so much. You see, I want to contribute value. And everybody who approaches this work wanting to contribute, okay, even if at first you can only contribute a positive affirmation that you sincerely wish for everyone in the group, even if that's all you can contribute. And my 60-day challenge is forcing you to do that, right? Because you have to read some affirmations for others. Read it sincerely wish it on others. The results you will see in your life will be incredible. Okay, many times I get on this live, and when I start speaking, it's not even, I'm deviating from even the notes, because I feel compelled to tell people something that's really not coming from me. And I'm like, okay, why am I talking about this right now? I don't know, but it doesn't matter, because that's what they need to hear right now. Herbal Queen says, I've been working on this. Some triggers are just so hard sometimes. Yes. So the harder the trigger, the bigger the win when you conquer it, Queen. I want you guys to know, I said this a few times on the lives and in my work. Some triggers, some limiting beliefs, some triggers you can never conquer. Okay? So for example, if somebody treats you a certain way or says certain things to you, inside of you, you might feel the same way every single time between now and the rest of your life. You can't conquer that feeling. You can't conquer not internalizing that feeling. Okay? So we can't conquer all our demons, but what we can do is learn to live above them. Right? Even if I'm feeling like this, even if this person I gave permission for them to make me feel a certain way, okay? I can still offer a different reaction. It's okay. Like, I'm gonna give myself permission to feel this way if that's all I can do for now. Ideally, you would care less and less, right? But if you can't, what you can do is the action is always in your hand. The action will be like, do I have to feel like shit and scream and exert energy and give this person my energy that I need? By the way, you have a limited amount of energy. Energy around us is infinite, but your vehicle, your body, and your energetic system has a limited capacity to store this energy. So when you give someone energy, anger, or whatever else you give, you have less for you to use for your other things. This is why when you're in a bad situation, you can't really think straight, think at peace, manifest, write, journal. You're like, forget all these things, right? Right now, I'm angry, you know, and until this subsides, I can't really do anything. You're shaking, you're feeling bad, you're feeling who knows what else. Let's focus on the positive. All right? Would this help build confidence to leave someone? At first, what you're gonna need to do is offer them a different reaction and see if they change. See if they change when you offer them different reactions and different expectations. Unless you're in an abusive situation, then, you know, like if you're being physically abused as a woman, you have to leave right away. That's the advice I always give women. But if it's just not working out, offer them a different reaction over a consistent period of time. Let's say you define that time, a month, 2 months, and see what changes. I have had people in the group who have changed their spouses this way with this work. Oh, you're in an abusive situation. Yeah, you need to leave. I can't really advise in certain aspects, because I always believe if you're in physical danger, you have to distance yourself from the situation. You have to use the 3D resources that are available to you, okay, whichever city you're on, whichever state you're on, and do whatever it is to get out of that situation. That's what I would say. I'm gonna move on to reading a question. Sometimes people email me with questions, and if I feel that they're pertinent to the group, I take them up. Okay, so this queen says, I'm currently living in a house and I want to manifest she's living in a house with other people and I'm roommates, and I want to manifest living alone with my sister only. A few months ago, a guy moved in, a roommate. And from the instant he moved, I felt something wrong with his energy, and I was right. He started bringing prostitutes upstairs, making lots of noises, and he tells me in my face that I'm crazy when I ask him to be more mindful of me and my other flatmates that he brings in the house. I told my landlord, but the landlord doesn't care. I'm calming myself as much as I want, as much as I can, but it has become a burden to live here, and his presence makes me throw up. Due to this work, I know I deserve a better life. He's very similar to somebody in her life. What advice, he's very similar to a relative of hers, right? What advice do you give me? Am I grateful for this house? But when I hear too much noises upstairs, it makes me sick in my stomach, and I started to dislike living here. My sister also lives here, and other guys who are nice, but I want to move only with my sister, but my financial situation is not great. Sorry guys, when I get these messages, it's not necessarily from people who speak perfect English, so you know, if the message sounds a bit jumbled up, I try to correct it where I can, because I have people watching me from all over the world, so they submit these questions. So basically the situation, she's in this flat, she's with this in a situation she doesn't want to be with, and she doesn't see an out right now, okay? And I've done a video over the weekend that I want everybody to watch. It was about the initial conditions that we are given in life. I'm just gonna roll this back a little bit. So the initial conditions everybody's given in this life, we cannot, where they come from, it doesn't matter. What I was advising in that video, do not focus on where they come from, such as where you're born, who you're born to, the color of your skin, whatever set of initial conditions you're given. And what society has you focus on is like your destiny will unfold based on that set of initial conditions, and put a question in your mind as to why you were given this condition. So people focus on the wrong thing. They're focusing on, why did this happen to me? Why is it that God is not good to me? Is this my family karma? I get all sorts of weird questions. When will my situation change? Will my situation change? Maybe I need to accept this. Maybe my soul chose a difficult path. The point is, you have no idea why the set of initial conditions were given to you, and you will never know. You will never know if it's either one of these reasons. They want to keep you stuck in this loop as to asking, why? Why did this happen to me? Why did this? Instead, what you need to do is understand you have the absolute right to reject this initial conditions. And I'm going back to the energetic system, okay? The energetic system, the structure, the matrix of this world, the formless substance, whatever it is you want to call it, it doesn't actually want disruptions like this. Like for one of the players in the game to all of a sudden decide to move its puzzle piece to here, okay? Like the system will have to do it for you because you have power over it, but it doesn't want you to know that, because now the system needs to expand all this energy to take you from here to here. So the system would rather keep you in this loop. Hey, this is what was given to you. Now worry about as to why it was given to you, and just stay stuck in this, hate God, hate politicians, say nothing will change, and just repeat whatever it is that collective consciousness feeds you. Oh, economy is not working, interest rates are too high, young people can't buy homes, you can't find a spouse, this is a hookup culture, all of this, right? So it keeps you stuck. This is where I was born, this is the skin I was born in, this is my family, my father beat me, so I can't function normally, right? So they have you in this loop because they don't want you to know that you can at any point reject that situation. So I'm going back to this queen who wrote me this message. And I want you to know that if you find yourself in a set of conditions that are difficult, for you, that you hate, you don't like, you must always remember two things. One, you have the right to reject them. And two, remember they are temporary. The moment you rejected them, they are temporary. You rejected them, and now reality has a little delay in bringing you forward the life that you want. Now, I have a story from my personal life, and I have to be careful how I choose the words and the identity, because this is a person who's in my life, like a woman friend, okay? Her story, this email that I got this morning reminded me of her. So her story, she comes from a third world country, like truly the slums, okay? And she is like a master manifester. She kind of knew this when she was small, that she had these abilities. It's also in her culture to believe this. So she knew she can manifest her way out of this poverty, third world conditions that she had. And she didn't tie any of this to like the way she looked or any of this stuff. She just knew that she could manifest herself out one step at a time. So she actually manifested step by step up to the point where she was manifesting and scripting about a plane ticket, which she couldn't afford buying, and she couldn't afford to go to Europe. So she manifested herself out of this horrible country, and went to live in Europe when she was about 20 years old. Now, 20 years old, no money, manifesting plane ticket, living in Europe. She was in a similar situation as this queen is describing, right? As in shared housing, weirdos, people doing drugs, prostitution. She was even offered to prostitute herself. She never did it. She worked in restaurants. She couldn't sleep because people were making noise when she got home. It was just awful. In her mind, okay? And I don't really know why she manifested this goal, because she could have manifested, this is a person who could have manifested anything. She could have manifested like millions of dollars for herself. But in her mind, because of where she grew up and everything, she envisioned just marrying a millionaire and getting out of the situation. Okay? I don't know, again, she could have set her mind for her to become a millionaire, right? But she didn't, because that's all that her mind could comprehend. I'm gonna marry a millionaire. So after a restaurant shift, when she was about 21, about a year or 2 years into this horrific situation that she was living in, of course she runs into the millionaire in the park. And of course, it's serendipitous. And, ever since then, she marries him. She never worked after that. She everything was good. In the end, they end up divorcing because, things happen in people's lives, like many years later. So she ends up divorcing him. And once again, in her mind, like his money was super protected, so she didn't get much. But in her mind, instead of manifesting again, like making millions and millions, whatever, she's manifesting another millionaire, right? Because that's all she knows. She's like, no, I'm married to a millionaire, and what have you. She meets him, the second one, at yoga. Of course. He was a friend of somebody who was a regular at yoga, and this guy was just in town. He's from a different country. He was just in town, and the friend says, let's go to the yoga studio. He sees her, and they've been together ever since. It's been like several years, and obviously he pays for everything, and she's engaged to him now. So the point of the story is this: you gotta understand that the temporary situation you are in has nothing to do with where you could be, right? So you don't need, I want you, the queen who sent me this message, you don't need to manifest yourself out of that situation. So my friend that I described in the story, she wasn't manifesting herself living with just one other person from the house, somewhere better. She was keeping her mind on the ultimate goal of her life. And please, guys, have a definitive goal as to what your destiny is like, especially if you're younger, if you're in your 20s. What is the ultimate goal for you before you turn 30, before you turn 40, you could do this at any age really, but when you're young, you don't really know that you need to set this goal, right? You're like, oh, I want to manifest myself out of this situation. But when you're manifesting yourself out of that situation, your focus is only on that situation. You understand? because now it's just, that's your energetic disruptor constantly. It's the guy that's bringing in women at night and is making noise, and your roommate, he doesn't care about you, and this is your focus, as opposed to your focus is, I own my own home, or like it was in my friend's case, I'm marrying a millionaire. I'm marrying, like, she wasn't like, oh, I gotta manifest better living conditions. No, it's too loose. It's too loose of a manifestation, right? Daria says, I love it when you share stories like this. It's very inspiring. Thank you. Yeah, I want, you know, if there's something from my life, something from my friend's life that, you know, like it's pertinent, I do want to share. I just want to, you know, word it properly, so it's not like, if any of them watch this, it's, the identity is completely concealed. But I want to inspire you. That's the point even of the Facebook group, right? When we put success stories, it's got to be inspiring for others. Remember, her goal was to always be married to a millionaire. Of course, this is what happened to her twice. Again, the goal could be anything. I don't know why her goal wasn't to be a millionaire herself, but that's how it is. Let's see. I want to make a little break here and see if there's any questions. I manifested contact as a friend, but I'm stuck. I want a relationship with my SP. What do I do? When you want a relationship, that's what I advise my queens. You always stay focused on this abstract ideal of a person that would match with you. And this person, this man that you're thinking about, based on the energetic system of you and him, may come in and fill this energetic mold. Okay, so what you're doing, guys with the SPs, what you're doing is you gotta create an energetic mold of the person who is a match for you. Now, this will be different for every person, of course, right? For example, for me, a guy who talks too much, doesn't matter how successful he is, doesn't matter how handsome he is, this is not an energetic match for me, because he's just not, or a social match for me, right? So when I create this energetic mold of who would be my other half, my better half, right? This person has an energetic mold, and there will be a man from outside, either my SP or somebody better, SP or better, remember, they will come and fold inside this mold. That's how you have to think about your love life, especially if you're single, right? Now, please allow for better. Please allow for better, okay? Your affirmation is, I am crazy in love with a man who's crazy in love with me, who's a match for me, who's good for me from every single aspect of my energetic mold, and to whose life I want to contribute. Never do this from a perspective that you want to use somebody or you want to use somebody's money. I want to add value to his life. And I'm crazy in love with this man who I can see him here energetically with me. I'm crazy in love with him because he's so good for me. He's fulfilling all my needs. He's making my heart jump with joy. I'm very attracted to him, and I want to contribute to his life. Like, I can't wait to contribute, to make him look good, to make him feel good, to make him, there has to be a reciprocity here where you don't objectify your SP and being like, he's just a toy I want. I want him. I want him for me. I need him to be obsessed with me. I need him to be obsessed with me. That's not you wanting to contribute to him. Get it? This is why it's not happening. Or it's happening spell-like, where you whisper in his ear or whatever, then he leaves you again. Okay, I'm rewriting history, my beliefs right now. Yeah, when you rewrite your beliefs, by the way, I've done 2 videos over the weekend you guys should watch. One was about rewriting beliefs and how everything in your life will unfold based on one of the beliefs you have. So when you see anything in your life unfolding, the easiest way to do this work is stop and be like, which one of my beliefs is this matching? Okay? The poor get poorer, the rich get richer. You feel poor and you get a bill that you didn't expect. Oh, okay. I am getting poorer now. Why? Because I do believe that the poor get poorer and the rich get richer. Get it? The 3D will match your belief immediately. You have a nice home. Why sit in the car? I like to go out during the day and do a walk after these lives. It's an energetic consumption to sit here and speak for an hour. So it's just on Thursday nights, I always do it at home. But on Mondays for my live, I like to get out and get my Starbucks, and I just have my routine, right, that I really enjoy. Yeah, I'm enjoying the weather. So Mondays I'm always in the car. After the live, I just go for a walk. Let's see. Even when it rains. How do you manifest to be a millionaire yourself? Where do you start? Guys, you start with, you don't manifest millions, okay, or a car or whatever. You manifest your relationship with that thing. So before you worry about being a millionaire, what you need to contemplate what your relationship with money is. Because what manifests in your life is your relationship with whatever it is, the object that you want. And many times the SP thing does not work because your relationship with the man that you think he is, you're putting him over here and you over here, it's just too far apart, right? You don't actually feel good enough for him. You don't feel good enough for the best version of him. You compare yourself with the 3D. I had a client who even showed me her 3D. She emailed me. I said, you shouldn't be looking at her photos. She goes like, yeah, but she's younger, she's slimmer. Your relationship with the SP is that he can get younger, slimmer, right? These are all things that you believe. So your relationship with money, okay, this one is probably the hardest one to, it can be done. Do it step by step. Do it step by step, like I said in many of my videos, right? Do a growth. Just say, this year, my manifestation is I make more money than the year before. I just make more money. I told you guys when I had my corporate job, this was, I'm talking about a story from 2014. And I was making quite a bit of money, but I wanted to make way more money. And when I put like the way more money in my mind couldn't I couldn't in that moment. I felt like I couldn't bring my value to this, right? But it was also more than that. It was the fact that I was extremely busy and I wanted to be less busy. And I knew people who were making this level of income were extremely more busy than me. And I didn't want that. So the moment I set this goal in my career, I was like, my brain just shut down, right? So I was like, I'm not going to be able to do it this way. I need to do it increasingly, and I need to like what I'm doing and love my life and love my schedule. So then I put in my mind, next year I'm going to make more money than this year, and I'm going to have more free time. Guess what? These are not hard goals, and they manifested. The next year I made 30 grand more than the year before, and I was only in the office, which was back in the day before COVID, 3 days a week. When everybody was in the office, I was only in the office 3 days a week in a new role, and I had more flex time, and I worked less and I made more. So but I knew for a fact, if I had set my goal to this, I wouldn't have been able to do it, because I felt my brain immediate fear that I'm going to be so busy and in such stress, and I didn't want that for myself. So please be honest about what you really want and start in incremental steps. Now, once that year passed, all of a sudden I believed that, I could just do something less, but of more value and earn more. And then so on. And that's kind of continued, but I've never actually set a monetary income goal, So I don't know if I recommend that necessarily. I always stayed focused on the lifestyle. I want to go visit, Machu Picchu. I want to go on, let's say, 2 vacations a year or 3 vacations a year. I want to be home at 4 p.m. not worrying about work. I want to focus on the lifestyle that this money is going to bring you. Let's see. What if you want the SP only? Is that possible? It's not that it's not possible, it's that you're objectifying him. And I told you guys, if you're objectifying someone that you only want him, it's a problem, right? It's a problem to entrap another person's consciousness to the level that, you know, you make them obsessed with you. It's going to work for a while, but it's not going to work unless something in you has significantly changed to make the best version of him come to the table. That's all I can say about the SP. You need to contemplate on this. Watch my SP list. Try it your way or other people's way. And then when you're tired of those results, come back and make a permanent change. Especially if you want a life with him, right? Especially because your final goal is not him here next to you, right? Your goal is like having a family with him, having a house with him, buying a house with him, making a baby with him. Whatever your final goal is, growing old with him, right? This is what you need to stay focused on, not him being yours. Nobody's really yours. You understand? Even your children won't be really yours. You shouldn't want them to be yours. You shouldn't want them to be robots. I don't believe it. Why don't you manifest a world of peace and do what you want? Why make video? My channel is not here to convince anyone to believe in whatever it is we're doing. So this is why my channel is called Manifesting 2.0, because it's for people who are already convinced that their mindset does create changes in the world. And if you change your mindset and you see small results, then you understand the more you change your mindset, the more results are going to follow. If everybody in the world did this, like imagine if everybody in the world refused to kill another human being. Like absolutely every person in this world would not take someone's life. Then it would be an automatic world of peace. And all this requires is a mindset change of every person in the world. Now, me or anybody else, any spiritual leader, we don't have the right to entrap consciousness of other people. And I need you to understand this. This has to be a choice for everybody. Free choice is important. Consciousness grows through love and pain. They're both required up to a certain point until everybody gives up pain and ascends through love. We're not there yet. We're not going to be there in our lifetimes. All we can do in this lifetime is contribute. This is my goal. Contribute to the mindsets of others, to improving the mindsets of others. That's all we can do. One person at a time, one step at a time. Anyone else? It would be so nice to have these lives recorded. They're all recorded. They're all posted on YouTube. On my channel, it's under the same handle. Ruta says 2 years ago I accidentally manifested paying job 2 times more, 5 times less stress, wondering how. Just by wanting it, Queen. And you know how? You didn't think that was a big deal. You didn't think, you know, like, because when I was making maybe 150,000 at the time. And I was like, I want to make 600,000. And my brain couldn't do it. And I was like, you know what? I'm okay with 150,000, but I want to make more. And I want to work less. And that didn't seem like a big deal to me, you know? Because I didn't put a number on it. I'm like, I just like making more and doing less. That's it. So these are not huge things in your mind that you put on the pedestal, that you create resistance to. You know, you don't create resistance to making more. Oh, maybe it's $100 more, but it's more with less stress. So I'll take it. Try that. Try that for we're going to do obviously a whole process of goal setting and manifesting for 2024 come December of this year. And this will be, you know, like one of the goals. Everybody should have this goal. I'm making more, either doing more of what you love or working less of what you hate or don't like, but you're doing right now for money. Step by step. Okay. Life started to get even more surreal and I'm getting used to it by now. So beautiful. Thank you for everything. Thank you guys. Thank you for wanting to change your mind about who you are and change the mold of this world. And like I said, with every single person that changes, the world changes. I choose to live with ease, joy, and abundance. I still get questions. How do I manifest an SP? Watch my SP playlist in my bio. How do you know when it's time to quit your job? How do you know when it's time to quit your job? Your soul needs to be nourished on a day-to-day basis. If all your soul gets is this crumbs that are left at the end of the day after you did what you're supposed to do in order to just survive in this world, it's time to quit your job. Okay? Ask yourself this when you're manifesting, you know, or when you're in your existing life. Does my existing life take a lot of energy? Am I tired? Do I feel like I'm not getting anywhere? You know, all of these are symptoms of you not living your true purpose, not living your path, your goal, your whatever your soul, you know, because the set of stereotypes that they tell you have to be a doctor, lawyer, whatever it is they tell you that you have to be to fit in the mold, to make money, to live a certain way. If your soul's characteristics is not that, okay, the further you are from the alignment of the whole characteristics of your soul that would make your soul complete, the more your life will feel draining, like pain, like, you know, there's people in this world who work 14-hour days and it feeds their soul, okay? Elon Musk. But not just Elon Musk, even spiritual leaders. If you look at, one I like is Sadhguru. Sadhguru probably works easily 10-hour days every day. You know, it's not easy to talk to people. It's not easy to give lectures. It's not easy to travel all around the world and all these things, right? Why always do it? All these people are all set in life. Why don't they just retire? It's because when you work to the fulfillment of your soul, okay, on your life path, when you're on your life path, you don't need to retire ever, right? And if you don't feel that, honestly, most people are in the wrong roles in life. Whether it's a personal role that you're fulfilling or whether it's a professional role. And you have to do this work intending. If you don't know what your purpose is, if you don't know what it is, just ask for guidance in that. What is it that I can do to nourish my soul more? To bring value to myself and others? I found this question to be pivotal in your life. How can you contribute in a way that it lights up your soul? How can I write this down? Put this question on your bathroom mirror. How can I contribute such that my soul is lit up every day? What can I do today? And every day after that, keep it there for a month. Brush your teeth with your other hand that you normally brush your teeth with. Okay? So if you brush your teeth with the right hand, brush your teeth with the left hand. It's very hard. Brush your teeth with the left hand because your brain is now alert. You're not routinely doing the same thing, running the paradigm. You're brushing your teeth with your left hand. It's hard. Your brain is like alert. It's like, what's happening? You're reading this question that you put on your mirror. You're reading this question. So now your brain is working. It's not running a program. It's working. It's like, what is it that, you know, I can do to contribute? And that will make me really happy. Try this. I have so many tips and tricks, guys, but you have to do it. You have to execute on them. I can't do it for you. I was contacted by somebody saying, can you manifest this for me? I said, what do you mean? I said, we can, you know, have a session or no. But what if I pay you like a decent amount for you to just do this for me? I'm not a witch. And even if I could, I wouldn't do it because it wouldn't be permanent. Okay. So it would be easy if we could just pay for someone to just live our lives for us. I don't know. It's just, you're the one who has to do the work, guys. That's how it is. Not me in the bathroom brushing my teeth right now. Use the other hand. Yeah, you're too drained. You're too drained. You're on the wrong path. You're on the wrong life path. What is your true inclination? Ask yourself, what is my true inclination? And what's one step I can do today? Okay, I want to win the lottery. What would you do with the money? Stay focused on how you would spend the money, because the goal is not winning the lottery. The goal is having a certain lifestyle. You're missing the goal. You're not thinking about the goal when you're thinking about winning the lottery. I watched one of your videos. I received an unexpected money. Afterwards, I got goosebumps. This happens often in our group, and it happens even to people who just save a video and set the intention to manifest. The $2,000 challenge that I set out, when I set out, I said, do this, just say, you know, you're manifesting $2,000. A lot of people in my group got it, so it's all those testimonials are on Facebook. But somebody who's not part of the group left a message on that video and said, like, through a really weird circumstance she's describing there, I got the $2,000, and just by saving this video, because I set the intention to do it. So I'm really happy when I hear people, because something changes in the mind. This is all it proves. You change your energetic system, you change your energetic field, right? Now ask yourself, if you've manifested, how is it that you contribute? Not monetarily. What energy can you send back to me and to the group and to people who are doing this work sincerely? Right? What affirmation can you make for us right now, such that the world should have more people like this, or, you know, more power of manifestation to give to others, more, you know, just contribute something energetically. I don't want him anymore, but my ego is bruised for him choosing someone else. What to do? Well, the answer is in your own questions. Your ego is bruised. You are not the ego. You're not the ego right now, right? Like, you're working on the power of your will. That's how you see it. The ego is the small part of you. It's a small part of you that has run your life for all these years. And right now you're operating from awareness and will. And you probably know he wasn't even good enough for you anyways. He chose someone else based on the person that he perceived you to be. You're not that person. You're focusing on your power. The fact that he is out of your life is probably because you need to focus on this work and focus on increasing your power. And with your will, stay focused on what it is you want out of a partner long term. Watch this live if you missed the energetic mold of the ideal partner. This live will be posted on Facebook. I was told by a medium that mine and SP's paths will not cross after the breakup. Any advice? I do not go to any readers of... I'll explain to you why. First of all, you don't know who's genuine or not. Nobody knows your future, because the future is always in a quantum state of possibilities. And if the medium or the reader is legit, if they're legit, all they can read is the future that will unfold based on today's, the energy that you're projecting today. So let me give you an example. If I see a car driving in front of my house, I can predict where that car is going to be in 30 seconds, right? Because I see where it's going. But I cannot account for the fact that the driver can change his mind. The driver can change his mind and take the car, make a sharp U-turn, go straight to the right, go in some bushes, do anything other than what I'm perceiving that is going to happen based on the least amount of energy. That's all that mediums and readers can do. If the system expands the minimum amount of energy based on this person's energy, how will the future unfold? That's what they see. They don't account for your free will, awareness, power of choice, and power to redirect the vehicle. I was told by a medium, okay, in the middle of my life, 52, empty nester, and feel lost. How can I begin to find my purpose? Are you part of our group? You should be. Sorry to ask, very random. Is it possible to use law of assumption to change your sexuality? Why would you want to use a law to change your sexuality? Define your own sexuality and live in accordance to that. Why do you need to use the law of assumption? Like to forcefully change your sexuality? Believing in astrology contradicts manifesting in your power. Correct. You're not your ego, yeah. Do you think it's easier for someone younger to change your mindset about manifestation? You know, I always say the least amount you've been on this earth, the least amount of damaging beliefs from the society you have absorbed. Of course, somebody who has more maturity later in life, if you kind of understood by now what's going on and how a paradigm exists in your mind, and you've made associations in your mind about how a paradigm unfolds, if you've made the association between 3D and what you believe, it's not that it's harder for this person, right? Because this person can have a lot more wisdom and be like, from now on, I can see what's going on. I'm awake, I'm aware. But a younger person has incurred less damage, right? But does a younger person has the wisdom? They still have to make the decision that their life is not unfolding according to a specific script. The economy is this, I need to get a job to do this. This is a hookup culture. I'm not gonna get a spouse. I'm not gonna, so they have their own challenges, okay, just because you're younger, but they do have less damage, depending also on how their childhood was, and etc. If you want to join us, the link is in my bio. Is tarot negative and it should not be sought? It's not. Nothing is negative or positive from those practices. It's just that it's going to confuse your mind as to your power. Who has the power to tell your destiny, you or the cards? Answer regarding astrology. All right, guys. So we're up on the end here. I don't know if I covered everything. I want to read one more thing in our group that I promised the queen. I have a dream pin in our group. Please, if you're doing this work with me, your dreams are very important. Dreams reveal to us our limiting beliefs, especially when you start to do work to the opposite. So if you're working to do your affirmations, to do work in the opposite, okay, your dreams will show you where the resistance is. So you must document your dreams, right? So this queen says, I had a dream where the only thing I remember is a voodoo sigil on the floor. She's from Haiti. And candles were lit. And I hear a clear voice say, your womb is blocked, your money's blocked, your product is blocked. Now I want to tell you this because it disturbs me so much, but I was like, nah, I'm going to believe in manifesting. Then today I had a dream where someone I knew, who is my ex's aunt, was giving me her phone number. She repeated it 100 times. I wrote it down. She wrote it down and I couldn't fully grasp the whole number. And my ex-baby daddy, as soon as he appeared, his aunt ran away and refused to talk to me again. He kept following me. Now I'm thinking he's the one blocking my blessings, or I'm still attached to him. How do I fix it? Because I asked the universe what is blocking me, and then I had this dream. Well, here's the thing. Guys, pay attention to your dreams. So, of course, the way your dreams will manifest is based on your own cultural background, right? So she's from Haiti. She sees a voodoo sigil on the floor. She's like, her dream is showing her where she has the blockage. She's seeing her ex's family. She's seeing that she's being told they're blocking you. This is very likely that her past is blocking her, right? Like all that's blocking us is this collections that we put in our paradigm. Now, in that culture, believing in voodoo is, it could be a huge problem, right? Because then you believe people can hurt you. People can put curses on you. And please understand, whatever your dream is showing you, it is where you are blocked. You need to cut energetic cords with all these people in your life that are not contributing positively to your life. And whichever way you do it, I don't do that for people, but but I had it done on myself. There's a million ways you can do. You can go to a practitioner that does energetic work. You can do meditation. You can look on YouTube for free resources to do this. Do whatever you need to do to feel energetically disconnected from those people, okay? Obviously, socially, don't have contact with them. Don't look them up. Don't entertain them. And then what you need to do, which is even more important, you really need to break with a person that was conditioned with these beliefs, right? So, for example, believing in that a person has the power to hurt you with a sigil is a belief. is a choice. Now I understand, because it's ingrained so much from the time you grew up. It's difficult. It's difficult to let go of it. It's just as difficult as letting go of a punishing God. Okay? But please understand, you can choose to be surrounded by a new energetic system anytime. Anytime. And if your dream has shown you exactly where your blockages are, you must part with that part of your identity that's connected to your, your the cultural beliefs, the people in your ex and his families and all of this stuff. It's showing you exactly, you need to break with the person that you were when you were with them, when you were in your childhood, because that person cannot move to the next level. You have to choose like almost a new identity. I know, like, by the way, pay attention. The Matrix is telling you, be strong in your cultural identity, be strong in your past, be strong in your roots, right? And this is amazing when those roots are contributing positively to your life. When they're contributing negatively to your life, you need to do the opposite. Okay? You don't want, like, I hope you guys catch my meaning. It is not necessary you stay grounded in your cultural identity if it's detrimental to your well-being. Dreams are important in the 60-day challenge. All right, so we're up at, like, we're 1 minute over. My lives are 1 hour. Okay, I want you, at the end of my lives, I do the 369 tapping with I am a winner affirmation. Most of my group does it with me. If you don't want to do this with us, this is the end of the live, and I will see you Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's put our hands together for the 369 I am a winner. One breath. I am a winner. 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 I am a winner.